What's going on, guys? It's Joe the Pro here, and I just want to say thank you guys for watching my videos and subscribing. It means the world to me. I don't got anything else to do besides just make videos for you guys and try to find a new job. Anyway, today I guess you want to learn how to fix a hole in the wall, so I'm going to show you how to do that. I put together this wall here because, I mean, God knows I'm not going to punch a hole in my fucking wall. Pardon my French. Yeah, I put together this thing and I'll show you how to fix a hole in there. So first I'll go over the things you're going to need. You're going to need a lot of different supplies, some safety precautions and things like that. So come to my bench. You're going to need a piece of drywall. It's what you're going to use to actually cut out the size of the hole. Some joint compound here. It's basically the glue and the filler. Alright. Screw gun. Couple short screws, it'll work out. Drywall tape, utility knife, it's what you use to cut the drywall, cut the shape out of it. Some 1/2-inch wood or anything. You can probably use some wedges of some sort, any kind of wood will be fine. Some sandpaper, you can always use a tape measure to measure out how big your hole is going to be. Stud finder, so you can find the stud in the wall so you don't hit anything. Spatula is you're going to use for your joint compound. And of course, you're going to use safety goggles, but unfortunately, I only got my shades. So yeah, I mean, holes happen all the time. Maybe you might have been working and you're like, oh, shit, you might have gotten a hole that way. Maybe you're mad at maybe you're mad at your spouse and you're all mad and went get right through there, or your fucking kids are playing soccer in the house and you're kicking there. And your wall's covered in holes. It's just kind of what happens. And right now we're just going to show you how to fix them, and we'll get right to it. So at this point, it's blatant that you got a hole in the wall, and you're going to want to figure out behind it, around it, so you don't cut any wires and stuff. And if you want to come around the back, I'll show you. You see right here, at least here, right in the studs, you're okay there, and at least in the bottom over here. You have the electrical box, and if you're just going to go wild with a knife, you might end up cutting this and blowing your power, so it's good to be safe. Before you do this kind of job, you're going to want to shut off the power or something if you're going to just cut there, so yeah, that's a good thing to think about. Now before we go and saw the hole in the wall a little larger, we're going to want to map it out, so you're going to want a pen, probably level. Thanks, Pete. So you're gonna map it out and see how big the size is. You don't have to go out too extreme. Remember, about a foot from each stud. So maybe about that much. Give a decent size to it. All right. First things first, before you saw, protection. You're going to measure the hole. It's about 6 inches. Now that we have trimmed everything, about 6 inches all around, just going to map it out here quick, cut out a piece. Not going to use the saws all this time, so you're going to want to use your utility knife. So you're going to grab your scrap wood. You're going to line it right through the wall here. Screw in on the top there, get that one in there. Do the same with this. Make some support beams. You're You're gonna wanna try and get these spaced close to the edge as possible, but not actually on the edge or in the middle. So when we spackle it, it's a nice even finish. That's it. Alright. So yeah, at this point we're gonna figure out a way to fit this in here. So you're gonna get your utility knife and try and cut around the edges, get a nice clean fit in there. Obviously a little bit of this has to get taken off the bottom, so maybe a little off the top too. Perfect. Next step, you're gonna wanna drill it in. Take your sandpaper, you want to sand it down a little bit, clean it before you give it a nice coat and spackle. Yeah, so next we're going to get ready with the spackle right here, joint compound. Fill in all the holes in the wall and get this bitch going good. Yeah, so you're going to want to go ahead and a good portion on there. You're probably not going to end up using it, but it's good to have on there. So the goal here is you're going to want to try and push the compound in between there and then smooth it out. So push that right in between the holes. Now at this point, obviously it's not going to be the same exact size, so you want to lay a little bit more on there, so once it dries you can sand it down to the perfect shape you want. Now that the compound is set, we're going to let that dry overnight. It's about time to maybe have a beer, go to bed, check back on it tomorrow, sand it down. See you then. And we're back. At this point, the compound should be dry, and the next step, of course, is sanding it down. Got a medium grade sandpaper, get the bulk of it all off. So yeah, let's get to sanding. All right. Well, that about wraps it up for my how to fix a hole in the wall tutorial. Wall's looking pretty good at this point, except for a couple minor imperfections. Now it's about time to just prime the wall, paint it, and you should be okay. So I want to say thank you for watching, and send me a like, comment, email, and let me know how it worked out for you. And hope you learned something. So take care.